there were so many people screaming that I literally had to turn around and be like, who is here? I was like, who's behind me? Like, I didn't know who everyone was screaming for. And then lo and behold, when people started saying my name, I was like, oh my God.
Did you survive BravoCon?
I survived. You know what? I've had 2 hours of sleep. I got in. I'm now in LA. I took the first flight out this morning, but I feel good. I'm really happy. It was fantastic.
This was your first like real BravoCon. Last year, it was just a big announcement. How was it getting to interact with everyone now that the show has officially debuted?
Amazing. The energy, I really didn't know what to expect. Last year I did it, but we were announced on stage and we were probably there maybe for about 30 minutes, not very long. So this is the first time that we actually had a chance to interact with fans, and they were so welcoming. I really was not expecting any of it at all. It was an amazing experience.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Going into the weekend, were you like, I've got to meet so and so from another show? Was there anyone that was on your Bravo bucket list going in?
No, I just wanted to survive. I was like, I just need to go in here and just survive. I didn't know I didn't know what to expect. So I didn't really have much of a game plan other than like, I'm just going to go meet and greet. I honestly didn't even realize that people would know my name as much as they did. I really was clueless. Like, I really was. And I think it's because I'm in New York and I'm a little bit of a bubble because New York operates a little bit different. I ride the train every day. I take my kids to school. No one looks my way. If anything, it's rush hour and you're pushing me out of the way, if anything. So this was a completely, it just blew my mind. It really did. So I did meet tons of people. Everyone, this Bravo universe is so welcoming. Everyone has been so welcoming to all of the RHONY cast. I can't thank them enough. A few housewives took me under their wing, gave me some pointers last night at Watch What Happens Live. But I didn't have anyone in particular.
Well, it sounds like it burst your bubble, made you realize how big the show really is. Was there any moment that you were like, this is totally surreal? This is unreal?
When I got out of the car, there were so many people screaming that I literally had to turn around and be like, who is here? I was like, who's behind me? Like, I didn't know who everyone was screaming for. And then lo and behold, when people started saying my name, I was like, oh my God. And I literally ran around to everyone in the crowd, and there were so many photos. People were shaking. And I was like, no, I'm just me. Like, it's just me. Yeah, it was really mind blowing for me.
Oh my gosh. Well, and obviously the fashion BravoCon is so much fun to look at. Your fashion was amazing. Was there anyone else that you saw look and was like, yes, right there?
There were so many looks that were going by. Like there was so much going on. It was like stimulation overload. And then we all had handlers, which this was the first time I had someone to handle me. I'm usually handling my children. So that was a very interesting experience. So by the time I would look at someone's look, I would be whisked away and I couldn't even, you know what I mean? People would just run right past me. I saw Paige for a brief second. I believe she was wearing Miu Miu and at one point wearing Valentino, and she looked so adorable, but I didn't get a chance to actually go up to people like, what are you wearing? I would have loved to have done that.
Oh yeah, but it's such a wild weekend. I know you met up with some of your cast members too. Was that the first time that you'd met up with everyone since the reunion, or had you hung out in between?
No, 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 no. We all got together after the reunion. We all got together at Jenna's house, actually. We had a few, we
Okay.
went over, we had drinks at Jenna's house maybe about 3 weeks ago, and just all hung out. I think the only person who didn't come was Uba because she was working. And then Uba and I actually stop at Uba's house quite often when I'm on the Upper West, or Columbus Circle area. But no, we all saw each other.
It
We're
takes a
all
little bit
great.
of the pressure off. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all good.
Now, tell me, going into a second season of the RHONY reboot, would there be anything that you would want to shift or change, or any different way that you're approaching it?
No, I just want to be myself at the end of the day. I think
Mhm.
when you start shifting and changing who you are, the audience can see right through that. Like you're no longer authentic, and people just want to see your authentic self, whether they like it or they don't. You just still have to respect someone for being who they are and not being afraid to be who they are. So no, I'm not going to shift my personality or the person that I am. I mean, I am who I am. Um, no, I think we're going to have a fabulous second season. I think it's going to be
Yeah.
fantastic.
Absolutely. I mean, based on that, it was a totally sold out panel. That's absolutely wild, especially for the first season.
I thought it was crazy. The line was around the corner, and I felt so bad because there was no seats left, and then they came in, and even the standing room filled up. But luckily, we had little VIP moments and photo moments where we got to see all the people who actually did not get into the panel. But it was a very surreal moment for us to look out and see. It was just overwhelming. You don't
Yeah.
really know until you meet your fans. And then once you meet your fans, you're like, oh, because all you have to go off of is the internet, what people comment on their internet, what's going on here, and tweets that are there. You really don't understand how big this really is until you get in front of people.
And the internet is notoriously such a kind place, too.
Very, very kind place. Very kind.
Yeah, right. So I imagine this is very, very thirsty work. And I understand that you had the hookup to make sure, but you were not so thirsty this weekend. Tell me a little bit about that.
I was not very thirsty this weekend. Okay, so I definitely hung out and made the most amazing drinks. It was fun. Do you have one, by the way?
I don't, but they look
You need to get
fantastic.
one. You
I
need to
do.
get one. I mean, especially if you are the girl who likes a little sparkle in her drink. I think they're fantastic. You can also mix them for cocktails. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, so let's take that out. Not because I've mixed them with my cocktails.
Look.
But I love a strawberry kiwi with a little bit of extra bubbles in it, and the garnish is A plus. Especially, you know what I think? Soon in the summer months, I do a lot of get-togethers in my house, and I love
Mm.
to make like really refreshing cocktails with mint and lime. Like this is going to be amazing for it.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. And
Am I
with
selling
all
you right now?
you are,
You gotta come
I feel
over. You gotta come
influenced.
over.
Yeah, I'm down. You send the invite, I'm there. Well, you've got all this going on, and you are also starting this new podcast. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, my podcast is called Harder Than We Thought. It's been out for a few months now. I'm diving into the podcasting world with my best friend, Angela. She is a huge entertainment attorney. We're both women in our 40s who are navigating very successful careers as well as our personal lives. And we kind of want to just go into this. I know this space is so oversaturated, but yet we had such a unique perspective. We've been friends since maybe, I don't know, maybe about 18 years now, and we have this banter that is very much like sisters. We're like
Yeah.
sisters. And you know what? When you're listening to the podcast, it really does feel like you're sitting there and you're talking to your own best friend. And we cover topics that, that most women in their 40s who are dating, what does that look like to have children later in life? What does it look like to choose your career first? It's just a lot of conversations that should be had, and it's okay to have. And so far, it's going fantastic. I'm loving it. Very new to me. And you know what?
Yeah.
It's a lot harder than I thought. So I think the name is perfect for it.
I was going to say, starting it off, getting into the world of podcasting, what's been either the biggest surprise or the biggest challenge that you've had to overcome?
I think when we first started, we did it in my house. I thought it was going to be like this easy breezy talking to the mic and all is fine. We literally could not get the volume levels right. Like we were recording, but we were not recording. We were recording only on one mic. And then it was like the conversation, we were stuck, and it felt a little awkward at first because we're so used to having these conversations that are not recorded. And then the camera angles, like, do you need camera? Do you not need camera? Podcasting has come so far. Remember when it was only audio? And now, because we're living in such a visual world, especially with social media, everything needs to be recorded. Everything is content. So now it's like, not only am I recording audio, but I also have to remember to record this angle. I have to record this angle, and I have to record this angle. So there are it's a learning curve for me, for sure.
Yeah, you're like recording your own other television show, basically.
Basically. And I'm going back to YouTube too. I stopped YouTube maybe about 3 months ago, but I will be going back to vlogs, monthly vlogs on YouTube. And I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking forward to it too. I'm also exhausted for you, but can't wait to see and hear everything that you have coming out. So thank you so much for talking with me.